Have you experienced inappropriate sexual contact while you were on active duty? Well, we're going to discuss military sexual trauma and how to get rated a disability rating if you have experienced inappropriate sexual conduct while you were on active duty. Hey, this is Russ from Veteran Experience. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, send it out to other veterans, and watch the video all the way to the end, because this is how we get our content out to more veterans who need to understand these issues. Let's talk about it. If you're a veteran who has experienced military sexual trauma, please know that your pain is seen and your courage is honored and your story matters deeply. Today, I'm not only here to guide you through the VA claims process, but also to remind you that you are not defined by what happened to you on active duty. You're resilient, and your determination to heal deserves recognition and our support. I understand that talking about MST can feel overwhelming, bring up feelings of anxiety and depression again. But many of you might feel isolated or even silenced by the system that is put in place to protect you. In this video, we're going to break down every step of the VA claims process, from understanding what qualifies as MST to gathering the right evidence and overcoming common hurdles so that you feel empowered and informed. You deserve to have your voices heard and to receive the benefits that you rightfully have earned. So let's begin with this journey together with compassion, clarity, and unwavering support for the victim. Let's take a moment to define what military sexual trauma is. According to 38 USC 1166, encompasses any sexual assault, battery, or harassment that occurs while you're on active duty. Whether you're served in the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, Space Force, or the Coast Guard. This includes unwanted sexual advances, coercion, or verbal or physical actions that compromise your dignity and safety. It is important to remember that MST isn't just about physical acts. It also involves emotional abuse, behaviors that deeply affect your sense of self. The impact of MST can be profound, leaving lasting scars for a lifetime in many cases that aren't visible. And if you experience MST but never filed a report, know that this is completely valid. The VA recognizes the complexities behind reporting such traumatic events and does not require that a report was made at the time of the event for you to be eligible for benefits. When considering a claim related to MST, the VA focuses on mental health and emotional toll. You might be dealing with a variety of conditions, such as a result of your trauma. Commonly recognized conditions include PTSD, anxiety, depression, and other mental disorders that can be directly linked to MST. If you experience symptoms like persistent nightmares, flashbacks, anxiety, fearful emotions, numbness, difficulty maintaining personal relationships, an overwhelming sense of depression, these may be signs of MST that has a significant impact on your daily life. The VA understands that these conditions can affect every facet of your well-being. By identifying and documenting these symptoms with the help of a mental health professional, you're taking the important step towards securing support and benefits that you need. How the VA processes MST claims. The VA has established and dedicated teams trained for MST claims with utmost sensitivity and care. These teams are not just knowledgeable about the technical aspect of filing your claim, but they are also equipped to delicately deal with the events of your claim. And they treat you with the respect that you deserve. And here are some key components to the process. When you file your claim, you can request to be connected with an MST coordinator at your local VA facility. These professionals are especially trained to guide you through every aspect of the process with care and to provide emotional and psychological support. Peer support specialists, although these specialists are not directly related to the claim process, they offer valuable emotional support and share resources with the veteran who have faced similar challenges. The VA now emphasizes trauma-informed practices during medical examination. This means that the examiners are trained to conduct assessments in a way that minimizes the risk of re-traumatizing the patient, ensuring that you feel safe and supported as possible throughout this very difficult and emotional process. This thoughtful approach is designed to help you feel secure and understood as you work through your claim. It acknowledges that your healing journey is important as the claim itself. Despite these supportive measures, it is important to recognize that the path to filing an MST claim can be fraught with challenges. Many veterans encounter obstacles that can make the process feel even more daunting. Let's talk about some of those common barriers and strategies for overcoming them. One, the lack of documentation. Many survivors of MST never had the opportunity or felt unsafe in filing an incident when they were on active duty. This lack of official documentation does not disqualify you from receiving benefits. Instead, the VA accepts alternative forms of evidence such as personal statements that describe changes in your behavior or emotional state, medical or mental health records that document your diagnosis and treatment, testimonies from family members and friends of fellow service members who observed changes after the incident. Inconsistent diagnosis. Sometimes the mental health diagnoses that you receive might not explicitly refer MST, even though your symptoms are clearly linked to your trauma. And this is why securing a detailed Nexus letter from a qualified mental health professional can be so critical. A well-crafted Nexus letter clearly outlines your current condition stemmed from your MST experiences, bolstering your claim significantly. Re-traumatization during exams. For some veterans, the process of undergoing compensation and pension exams for MST can feel re-traumatizing. It's essential to remember that if you have the right to request a different examiner if you do not feel safe and understood. The VA is committed to ensuring that these exams are carried out in a respectful, sensitive manner, but your comfort and emotional safety must always come first. How to file an MST claim. Now let's break down the entire process of filing your MST claim into a manageable step-by-step with actions. Every step you take is a step toward reclaiming your voice and accessing the help that you need. Step one, evidence by gathering and collecting all the medical evidence for your claim if you have them. MSTs were never formally reported, thus considering alternative methods as personal statement, buddy statements that may have known about this while you were on active duty. Medical records and psychiatric records would be key. Obtaining copies of any records that detail your diagnosis of PTSD, depression, anxiety, or other mental health conditions. Supporting statements. Reach out to trusted family members and friends and fellow service members who can provide statements about noticeable change in your behavior or mood following the incident. Step two, complete VA Form 210781A. This form allows the statement in support of claim for PTSD secondary to MST is a critical component of your claim. When filling it out, be as detailed as you can be, even if the dates and details are slightly fuzzy. Your honest narrative is a powerful tool in conveying the lasting impact MST on your life. Step three, when you submit your claim, be proactive about requesting a meeting with an MST coordinator at your local VA facility. These professionals are dedicated to providing you with personalized guidance, answering your questions, and connecting you with additional resources that can support you through this emotional process. Step four, attend your CMP exam. At this point, you'll be scheduled for a compensation and pension examination. Here are some important points to remember. You are entitled to request a different examiner if you feel uncomfortable or if you believe the examiner isn't adequately trained in handling an MST claim. During the examination, be open about your experience. Be vulnerable, be honest of how MST has affected you and your loved ones. For specific examples, what to do if your MST claim is denied. It's heartbreaking to hear that a claim that is so emotionally charged could be denied. But remember, a denial doesn't mean that it wasn't valid and your experiences aren't true. Many veterans have faced initial denials only to succeed on an appeal with additional evidence. And there are two routes that you can take to appeal your denial. One route is a higher level review. A higher level review is when you request a meeting to appeal your denial And a higher level review rater is a more experienced and more seasoned rater who can look at the evidence and may see different things in the evidence than a more junior rater would see. The second route is a supplemental claim. If you have more evidence or you have different doctors' opinion that will support your side of the case, you can put that in as new evidence and a supplemental claim. So both of these routes are very possible if you get a denial. But stay focused, manage your anxiety, and take the next step that is appropriate for your claim. Hey, this is Russ from Veteran Experience. If you value this kind of content, please like, subscribe, send this out to other veterans who you know may need this information, and do what we say around here. Keep fighting for what you deserve.